Welcome back. My name is Ralph Eckert. I'm here for Billiard Network, and today's tutorial, which is already number 13, is again about reference lines. I got two more reference lines for you. We started the last tutorial with line number 1, 2, 3, which are very important, and here are two more. How about this one? This one, I've already placed two object balls anywhere on that first diamond line. The cue ball is supposed to be, maybe you can start with this also on the first diamond line, but of course it don't have to, it can be anywhere until you got the same angle coming from that first diamond, because the correlance we have is if you shoot that ball in, then I ask always my students, where does the cue ball go, right? And remember, the power of pool, if you want to play pool in excellence, is only about four things. It's about potting ability, it's about knowing the direction of the cue ball, it's about speed feeling and pattern play. So which ball first, or this way or that way. And this time here it's again about direction. And so where do you think does the cue ball goes exactly? It hits the short rail somewhere. And does it hit the long rail over there, or near the side pocket, before or after? Not sure about it sometimes, right? So already we have like a black zone over there where nobody knows exactly where it goes, right? Except carom players probably, because that's their daily business. And where does it end up over here? And there's the reference, and that's what the use of reference lines is. I have a correlance with this diamond, so the cue ball comes back to that spot after hitting the third rail. So somewhere, if I got it here, so somewhere here, right? Of course I can, if I know it ends up there, I can play it softer, stopping here or there or on the way. So let's have a look at this shot then. If you can place the cue ball anywhere, and just make sure that it hits the second rail, and then, whoops, we got the correlance to this diamond here. So wherever I got the cue ball, here is the other end of the table with this diamond, and it's supposed to come back near this spot. Maybe not always exactly there, because it depends how you cheat the pocket, right? If you cheat it on the right, which is a very thin cut, you might pass a little over here. If you cheat it on the left, it might come a little bit more over there. So even though it's close to the pocket, you still need to be accurate. You see, pretty okay. Came up a little shorter than I thought, but still nice. And this system, or let's say this reference, works anywhere on that first diamond, and the cue ball has to get the second rail. I mean, of course, it's not always an easy shot. For example, if you would go for an angle like this. But, yeah, as long as you hit the second rail, it's supposed to come back near that spot after hitting the short rail. So, for example, this one, it would be near that spot, right? Or supposed to. Have a look at this. No side spin, of course, and if you give side spin on purpose, then you know left side spin will bring it much shorter, maybe hit it, yeah, probably like this. But anyhow, we go for references without spin. Came up a little bit short here, but you see it's still accurate enough within a, let's say, one diamond zone, depending how you cheat the pocket, and a little bit your stroke. Maybe it was not a perfect stroke this time. And you can make also a control, left side, right side, if you get the same outcome. But it's very helpful. We have another shot maybe where we play some situation and to see how you can make use out of it in the next scene. So let's have a look at another example here, this time on the other side. And if you shoot that 3 ball in, then of course, it's gonna pass that spot after the third rail. Okay, so if for example you play a game of 8-ball, the 8 is over there, then you still can go low right and get a position over here, but sometimes, you know, there are some blocking balls maybe, and then it would be pretty risky to go into them, right? But why not, if you know the reference line, it goes automatically there. Why not shooting with the right speed so it reaches that fourth rail, and then, yeah, you just have to do nothing. Just no spin at all, just let it roll. Capture the right speed. Then you see it crosses exactly that spot here to get position on the 8. Maybe another example. Over there. Then you see, it will be close. If it passes from here, that spot, it will be close to that side, to that corner pocket. They have to be out of the way anyhow. And the 8-ball maybe is more up there, right? We don't need blocking balls, or maybe higher over there so that we can't use inside spin, right? Like this, maybe. And then we can still let it roll naturally to go into this, into that direction. All right, it crosses over there and get position over there again. So this reference line just gives you some guidance where the cue ball goes if you have a thin cut anywhere near that first diamond, and where does it end up on the other side of the table. And now in the next scene, let's have a look on the other reference line, which is a little bit more powerful in my opinion. So for the next reference line, which I think it's a very powerful one, I call it the double square reference line. So the base for this, I mean the other reference lines, they had bases like this middle diamonds, and the previous one, the first diamonds, and now the relation is about this double square. You have 2 diamonds here, and if you go 2 diamonds up, then we have 1 square, right? And then add up another square, and then I'm talking about a double square. And when you have on one corner of it, with its outside edge on a diamond, maybe a ball size away approximately from the rail, and the cue ball comes from the other corner of this double square, anywhere. Don't have to be here, can also be here. Then I just know it's basically also a 60-degree shot. We had done before, right? Then we know, the cue ball comes out pretty much straight out of the rail. And you can do the full experience if you like to, and do 1 ball size after another. So 2 ball sizes, 3 ball sizes, 4 ball sizes. Let's skip a few, maybe this is 2 ball sizes already. And if the cue ball still comes from that angle, from that corner, then you can expect the cue ball comes out pretty much straight. And if you put it exactly on the spot like this, then it must be maybe more over here. So if this would be perfect, yeah, it's about this range where you can expect the cue ball. Sometimes it's your stroke also, of course, and you should practice this also on both sides. For example, if you put it on that side, you want to check if you get the same outcome on the left and on the right. Because if you put, for example, by accident, you're sometimes not aware of it, some right side spin on it, you will get a different outcome here, and with the same right side spin, a totally different outcome on that side. So it's also for checking your stroke consistency. But anyhow, 1, 2, 3, 4, whatever ball sizes, even if it comes near, here the center, you can imagine from center, from that corner, then we got a straight shot. But even if it's close to it, maybe 2 ball sizes away from the center, and the cue ball comes from the corner here, you can still expect it. Oops, I missed the shot. That's why okay, like this. Cue ball comes from here. Then you can still expect it almost straight, let's say this. So, of course, it falls down when you're coming, it will be pretty consistent from almost frozen to the rail up to, if this is the spot, up to maybe here, very consistent to come out straight. If it's coming close to this, then it changes dramatically, okay? I call this the double square reference, and of course you can transfer it also. This time, the double square, for example, the starting point would be not coming from here, but from here, right? Then you got the same double square as before. Expecting the cue ball coming out straight. You also can come out a little more, like this. Cue ball comes from that diamond, approximately, and you see you can get almost a straight outcome here. Give you another example because you can transfer this double square also on this side of the table. Let's have a look at this next. For example, this double square we started, we can also place over here. You see that situation now? When I'm coming from that corner, then you have the same double square here like we had over there. So here we got also this shot where you can expect the cue ball coming out straight down the table. And this happens also no matter if you are 2, 3, 4, whatever. Let's put it like this. You can still expect it straight. Sometimes it's your stroke, sometimes if it's not exactly there, right, a little bit more here or there, you got, like we had over here, sometimes outcomes like that. So this would be like this, and you can double it, so sometimes you are up here. But with the experience you've got, you will get very accurate. In the beginning, maybe not that accurate, but later on for sure. And of course, here also, double square can also be like this, near that pocket, but then I have to figure out, okay, this diamond line, this diamond line is the same double square, which is now in the middle, right? And it can be anywhere up there, you know? I mean, until before it's straight. Then you can still expect it to come out pretty much straight. A little bit more off here, because if you come closer to the pocket, it depends a lot if you hit it thin or thick into the pocket, how you cheat the pocket. So, I hope you like that. That's a pretty powerful reference line in my opinion. And now, how you can make use out of it. We can put up a few more examples, but because I have invented 2 drills, I call it the reference drills, they were very popular. They will come up in the next tutorial, and there all those reference lines we had until now, like number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, will come up in that tutorial. And yes, this is Ralph Eckert for Billiard Network. I hope you liked that tutorial, and I welcome you for the next tutorial.